All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, welcome back.
This time we are diving deep into the world of fuel injection.
Ooh, exciting.
You know, I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like,
Yeah.
man, you know those old movies?
Uh-huh.
Like where somebody's trying to start a car
Right.
and they're pumping the gas and turning the key.
And it just won't go.
Yeah, and it just won't go. And it just makes me think like, we are so spoiled
Oh, yeah. That's...
with fuel injection.
Yeah.
Like you just turn the key and go.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Basically.
Yeah. But it's not magic.
No, it's not magic at all. It's science.
It's a really cool system.
It's a really cool system. And so that's what we're diving into today is the world of fuel injection.
Yeah, we're gonna like break down like all the different types and stuff.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of research
Uh-huh.
to go over.
Yeah, we've got like articles and diagrams and all sorts of things.
Yeah, so let's just jump right in.
Okay.
So I think before we even get into like all the specifics of fuel injection.
We should probably just talk about like the big difference
Right.
between the old way of doing things, which is carburetors.
Yeah, carburetors versus fuel injection. Like what's the deal?
Yeah, what's the deal? So for those of us who aren't mechanics,
Right.
explain it to us like we're 5 years old.
Okay, so imagine you have a garden
Okay.
and you're trying to water your plants.
Okay.
With a carburetor, it's like you're using a giant bucket of water
Okay.
and you're just kind of dumping it all over the garden.
Oh.
Some plants might get too much water.
Right.
Some might not get enough.
Right.
And it's just not very efficient.
And it's not very precise.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Now with fuel injection, it's like you have a little watering can
Uh-huh.
and you can go to each plant
Yeah, okay.
and give it just the right amount of water.
Okay, so it's all about precision.
Exactly. Fuel injection is all about giving your engine exactly the right amount of fuel.
At the right time.
Yes, at the right time.
So like how does it know how much to give?
So that's where the sensors come in.
Yeah.
Fuel injection systems have all these sensors that are constantly monitoring things like engine speed,
Okay.
air intake temperature, and all sorts of other stuff.
So it's like a little computer.
Yeah, it's basically a little computer that's constantly adjusting the fuel-air mixture to make sure your engine is running at its best.
That is so cool. Okay, so we've got carburetors, which is like the old school way of doing
You're
things.
dumping the bucket on the garden method.
Exactly. And then we've got fuel injection, which is like our precise watering can,
Precise and efficient.
precise and efficient.
Oh.
Okay, so within fuel injection,
Yeah.
I know that there are like different types
Yes, there are.
of systems.
So there are three main types of fuel injection.
Okay, hit me.
We've got TBI, which stands for throttle body injection.
Okay,
Then we've got PFI, which is port fuel injection.
okay.
And then the most advanced type is GDI, which is gasoline direct injection.
Okay, so TBI, PFI, and GDI.
Yes, those are the three main players.
So let's break down each of those. What is the difference between them?
Okay, so with TBI, it's kind of like a stepping stone between carburetors and the more advanced fuel injection systems.
Okay.
It's still electronically controlled, but it injects fuel into the throttle body, which is kind of like a central hub for air and fuel.
Okay.
So it's more precise than a carburetor, but not as precise as the other types of fuel injection.
Gotcha.
Now, PFI takes things a step further.
Okay.
Instead of injecting fuel into the throttle body, it injects fuel directly into each intake port,
Okay.
which is basically the opening where air enters the cylinder.
Okay.
So this allows for even more precise control over the fuel-air mixture.
Interesting. Okay, so that's like even more specific.
Exactly. It's like giving each plant its own little drink of water.
I like it. Like it.
And then we have GDI, which is like the top of the line.
Okay.
This one injects fuel directly into the combustion chamber,
Oh.
which is where the magic happens.
Okay.
So with GDI, you get the most precise control over the combustion process.
Wow. Okay, so that's like the ultimate precision.
It's like giving each plant a tiny little IV drip of water.
Okay, I'm getting a very clear picture
Good.
of these different systems.
All right, so now that we've got the different types down,
Uh-huh.
let's talk about the benefits of fuel injection.
Yeah, like why should we care?
Right, so why is this better than just sticking with a carburetor?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, fuel injection gives you way better fuel efficiency
Oh, okay.
because it's so much more precise at delivering fuel. You're not wasting any.
Interesting.
And that means you get more miles per gallon.
So like how much more are we talking?
Well, it depends on the specific engine and the type of fuel injection.
Okay.
But you can easily see an improvement of 5 to 10 miles per gallon or even more.
Wow, that's significant.
Yeah, especially with gas prices these days.
Right.
Every little bit helps.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so fuel efficiency, that's a big one. What else?
Another big benefit is improved engine performance.
Okay, how? So,
Well, because fuel injection is so precise at delivering fuel, you get a much more powerful and responsive engine.
okay.
Think about it like this.
Yeah.
When you step on the gas pedal in a car with fuel injection, you get that instant power.
Right.
It's smooth and it's quick.
No,
With a carburetor, it's kind of like,
like a delay.
yeah, there's a delay and it's not as smooth.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, so fuel injection definitely gives you a more exciting driving experience.
So it's not just about saving money at the pump, it's also about
Performance.
Yeah.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, that's awesome. So fuel efficiency performance. What else we got?
well, another big one is lower emissions.
Okay.
Because fuel injection is so precise at controlling the combustion process,
Uh-huh.
it burns fuel more efficiently,
Okay.
which means that you get fewer harmful pollutants coming out of your tailpipe.
That's good for the environment.
Yes, it's much better for the environment.
Okay, so we're saving money.
Uh-huh.
We're getting better performance.
And we're being kinder to the planet.
It's a win-win-win.
I like it. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well, we've also got things like better throttle response.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
So basically it means that when you press the gas pedal, the engine responds more quickly and smoothly.
Okay.
It's kind of related to the performance thing we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
But it's more about that immediate feeling of control.
Gotcha.
And then there's also the fact that fuel injection systems can adapt to different driving conditions.
Okay, like what do you mean?
So like if you're driving up a mountain,
Okay.
the air is thinner,
Right.
and a fuel injection system can adjust the fuel-air mixture to compensate for that.
Oh, interesting.
So your car keeps running smoothly no matter where you are.
That's pretty cool. And is that something that like a carburetor can't do?
Not as well.
Okay.
Carburetors are much simpler.
Okay.
And they don't have all those fancy sensors.
Gotcha. Okay, so adaptability.
Adaptability, and then one more big one is reduced maintenance. With a carburetor, you have to adjust and clean it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, but with fuel injection, you don't really have to worry about that.
So it's just kind of like set it and forget it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's much less hassle.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've covered fuel efficiency, performance, lower emissions, better throttle response,
Yes.
adaptability, and reduced maintenance.
We've covered a lot.
That's a pretty impressive list.
It is.
I'm sold.
Good.
Fuel injection is the way to go.
It definitely is.
So I think we've covered pretty much everything about fuel injection.
I think so.
But I do have one final question for you.
Okay.
What do you think the future of fuel injection looks like?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like with electric cars and hybrid cars becoming more and more popular,
Right.
is there still a place for fuel injection?
Well, that's something to think about.
Yeah,
I mean, fuel injection is all about optimizing the combustion process.
right.
But electric cars don't have combustion engines.
Right.
So in that sense, fuel injection doesn't really apply.
Yeah. But hybrid cars still have combustion engines.
That's true.
So maybe fuel injection will continue to evolve and adapt
Right.
to work with those types of engines.
So maybe we'll see like even more advanced fuel injection systems
Possibly, yeah.
in the future.
Who knows what the future holds?
Yeah, that's a great question to leave our listeners with.
Yeah, ponder that one.
Yeah, everybody think about that. What does the future of fuel injection look like?
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. And that is it for today's deep dive into the world of fuel injection.
Thanks for joining.